Some loves last a lifetime, but there are only a few for which a lifetime is never enough.
You know, this is a love story. This isn't a tragedy. This is our legacy of love.
That legacy of love began in 1953 when a young Bill Farrell met Sue Dunson while attending St. Peter's in Saratoga Springs. Bill, a football jock, Sue, quiet and studious.
I used to ask my mom, I said, oh, did you date Daddy in high school? She's like, your father was a brat.
But that brat never forgot the pretty gal he left behind. As they both went off to college, he to Villanova and she to study nursing at St. Joseph's College.
My dad told my mother that he was going to marry her, and she just completely ignored that and laughed at it.
She sent him a Dear John letter while he was in Germany. And I said, what did you do when Mom sent you that letter? He said, I just ignored it. He's like, I knew I was going to come home and marry her.
And when he returned home in 1961, that's exactly what they did. Bill taught history for a short time, but in 1966, he moved on to a career with the Department of Defense. He and Sue taking their 5 children along on a globe-trotting excursion that would last for 30 years. Sue still working as a nurse. Her children say she never met a stranger. And wherever in the world he was, Bill remained a hardcore Villanova fan. But the main thing that defined them more than anything was
Love.
Love.
Yep, love, loyalty.
You know, growing up with 5 children, you know, you always vie to be the favorite. And my dad would say, you know, you children need to always understand and always realize it's always your mother. Your mother is always my favorite.
Years turned into decades. After retiring, the couple returned to Saratoga. Now in their 80s, Bill had become ill, and Sue's devotion as wife and nurse never wavered.
I had hired a nurse to come here and help, and she fired her. Well, she essentially fired her because she wouldn't let her do anything because it was her job. It was her life's calling to care for her husband.
But on September 21st, Sue's job, her main calling, came to an end when Bill died at home.
In my mind, I think that my father finally just said it was time, and he went to heaven, and my mother said, my job is done.
Only those very close to her knew that Sue's health had been failing too. Yet she pulled together enough strength to make the funeral arrangements, her final act as loving wife. And because her heart could not go on without Bill's, it stopped beating less than 24 hours later.
The irony is they both passed in the exact same spot, in the hallway upstairs, and 21 hours apart. And it's just, there's not a clearer message than that.
At their funeral service, they remained as they did in life, side by side, urns containing their ashes placed right next to one another.
Losing them, we will love and live, you know, they will live forever with us, and we will miss them forever. But this isn't tragic. They went out together, and that is love for us, that they went together.
There's a photo of Bill and Sue and a frame with the words on it that seem to sum up exactly how they must have felt about one another. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I would never have to live a day without you.